GBPUSD top-down analysis starting on the monthly time frame. We have a monthly upper zone, monthly mid-range zone, and a monthly lower zone here as well. Now, on the monthly, we are seeing strong level of buy pressure on this support level. Why? Because anytime price meets contact, it sees buy pressure to the upside. Now, let's talk about push and exhaustion cycles on this time frame. This is a push to the upside. This is an exhaustion to the downside. What should happen next? Continuation moves to setting all the way to the upside. And then we are seeing this morning star candle confirmation, which is indicating that we are definitely going to see more buy pressure hit the market and push price to the upside. Now, since we know the overall direction of the market, let's take you through the various time frames and look at how we can be picking buys to the upside. All right. So this is the weekly time frame of GBPUSD. Now, if you look closely at GBPUSD here on the weekly time frame, we have our weekly upper zone and our weekly lower zone, which is what? Areas of sensitivity. Now, let's talk about proper flow here on the weekly. All right. And on the weekly, there's that strong level of buy pressure that we saw on the monthly time frame as well. And then, if you look closely very well, you can clearly see the price has made contact with this weekly resistance level, which means that we cannot be picking buys now. Why? Because we are on a resistance level, and the resistance are supposed to push price to the downside. So we are going to stay patient and wait for price to break out of this resistance level to the upside to give us a free range to the upside. And once price is able to break above this level, we'll be targeting this weekly upper zone as our next area of what? Sensitivity that price will hit. Now let's take it again to daily time frame and then add more meaning to this technical analysis. All right, so this is also the daily time frame of GBPUSD. Now, if you look closely at GBPUSD here on the daily, we also have our daily mid-range zone over here. Now, let's talk about flow on the daily. On the daily, we are currently seeing an uptrend, higher highs and higher lows, which means that there's the highest probability that price will definitely break above this resistance level to give us the entry that we need to the next weekly resistance level, as we talked about on the weekly time frame. Now, let's take it again to a forward time frame and finalize everything on the 4H. All right, so this is the forward time frame, and this is how we are going to pick our entry to the upside on GBPUSD. So GBPUSD, we are going to stay patient, wait for price to break above this weekly resistance level, which is a strong level of what? Sell pressure to the upside with a push, come all the way down for an exhaustion before we pick an entry all the way to the upside. Entry confirmation will be on a bullish engulfing candle close or a significant pin bar before we buy all the way to the upside. There are two things that will make this setup invalid. Number one is that if price fails to break above, this setup becomes invalid. That means that we will not find entry to the upside. Number two is that if price breaks above but doesn't come down for exhaustion, then this setup will also become invalid. So these are the two ways that this setup can become invalid. See you guys in the next one. If you love what I do over here, make sure to comment below and then follow me here as well. Thank you guys for watching. Stay classy and trade classy.